Hello and welcome everyone to the Live for Speed Beginners Cup inaugural season. We are here at the Blackwood Grand Prix Circuit here in England. As you look up the hill to the pit straight and the paddock area there, I'm Jonathan Palmer, commentating today on today's first round of the inaugural Beginners Cup. Qualifying was done earlier this morning. Taha El Alawi is on pole for this 10-lap race with XFGs and XRGs, and Jack Atkinson was on second after qualifying. And let's take a look at a lap around the track with Jack as he comes out of turn number 10 to start his this was actually his third lap in the race. Wasn't his best, but it was good enough to be pole at the time. We'll see, getting a good run down to turn 1, left-hand kick right before it. Brake hard about 75 meters, about 100 meters if you're in the XRG. Jack here is in the XFG. Come out turn 1, you take around 62 miles an hour. So you come over turn 1 actually 48 miles an hour, about 80 kilometers an hour. Through this first chicane there, that chicane curbs can be a little dangerous there. You can roll them if you hit them at the right angle. Down the backstretch, the longest straight on the track, flat out all the way from about halfway through the chicane. XFGs here will max out about 185 kilometers an hour, 115 miles an hour. XRGs slightly more powerful, 120 miles an hour, just under 200 kilometers an hour. Brake hard at 100 meters, down to about 62 miles an hour, just over 100 kilometers an hour. Out right around the curbs. The curbs have been reprofiled around here. They're actually ridged now more, so you can't totally go over them or you'll lose the handling. Through turn 6, get a good run through 6 there to get through 7 left-hander, fine. Take all the curves on the exit of 7. Down to turn 8 here, brake around 40-50 meters, turn 8. Take that about 120 kilometers an hour. All the curves on the exit. Go over the curbs, going to turn 9, turn tightly in, not too tight because you can flip those curbs, roll them over. Go right up on the curbs through turn 10 up the hill to get yourself a good run for your next lap, and that is a lap around the Blackwood Circuit. Like I said, Taha and Jack are on pole, and second, as you see, Darren Lazenby, Sebastian Steinreiter are second row, Craig Taylor and Timo Hinian, they're from England and Finland respectively there. Nathan McCall from Australia in 10th. Jan Westerholm, Tommy Eklund, 12th and 11th from Finland. Stanley there from the UK. Sam Whitten, unable to set a time in qualifying due to technical problems. He'll come up 17th on the grid. And there you see the starting grid, ready for the lights. They will come on in sequence, and we will be go. And here it is, and we are go! Great start from El Alawi. They're not so great a start, spinning the tires from Atkinson. Atkinson being flanked on both sides by Lazenby and Steinreiter as they come. Field comes charging down to turn number 1 here. El Alawi breaking at a good 5-car length lead, and there's contact. Atkinson's a little sideways, Lazenby over the curbs. Lazenby has it, but he goes wide on the grass outside of turn 1. But he'll come back in, and who is that I saw coming up the inside? That was Steinreiter, and there's a roller there. That is Sander Jeremy there, rolling it there on the curbs in the first lap, but he keeps it, lands on all 4 wheels, keeps it going. The first 6 or so cars are stretched out, but back it's still anyone's game as they hit down turn 5. Steinreiter comes up to the inside of Lazenby. He'll take second. They hit through turn 5 for the first time, and ooh, is that someone spinning back there? There's a yellow flag. I think someone is in there, so there it is. Who is that? That is, that looks like Nathan McCall. He's been taken out, and he'll be there in right back at the back. Make his life tough for this 10 laps. And someone else goes wide there, runs it wide. That is, couldn't tell who that was. That could be, as Jonathan Janish comes up to the inside, 3 wide here. Number 8, there is Jan Westerholm down to the inside, but back to the front. Taha El Alawi, the Canadian, comes round to lead lap number 1, followed by Lazenby, then Steinreiter, then Atkinson. It looks like Timo Hinian back there, followed by Craig Taylor. top 6 you see there going through turn 1. Strum out a little bit now, and Steinreiter goes wide through there. Atkinson cannot take the place though. As they come around, there's more of the field. There is Janish there leading up, coming up to 7th. Here's a replay of there is Jeremy's barrel roll coming off of the 3rd turn there. Stanley to the inside on board, goes wide and clips the curbs and wait over and kills the camera in the third of a lap here. Already there's McCall. I guess he got looks like he got spun around by Janish. As you see him coming around on board with him. That's a 180 mile an hour off there, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do a little damage. I wouldn't be surprised if he has some handling issues later on. Back up to the front. Atkinson chasing Steinreiter, and Craig Taylor up the outside of Timo Hinian. Hinian keeps his place there of 5th. As we come up the hill now, through turn 9 up to 10, and Hinian goes wide, and he's going to cut right in front of Taylor. Taylor pulls the switchback, and Taylor looks like, yes, he will get the place. Craig Taylor taking 5th from Timo. As leaders come into turn number 1 for the 3rd time in this race. Lazenby setting a fast lap here in lap 2 of 135.72. See him filtering around. Action settling down here. We see the current positions and the position change. Al-Alawi keeping his spot. Lazenby and Steinreiter both gaining a spot. Nathan McCall there, currently 16th. He is the falling back the most here at the start, thanks to that other induced spin going into turn number 5. As the field carries through turn 5, who's that gone wide a little bit? That might be Vasquez. I couldn't exactly see from that angle too terribly well. Craig Taylor coming up, closing in on Atkinson. Can't make a move happen though, not close enough as we come around. There's a yellow flag out there for some reason. And this will probably tell us why. And I just noticed it go away, that flag. And that is, who is that? That is Rob Fenlon. Getting a little wrong there on corner entry at turn 5. And oh, this is what happened. He put 2 wheels on the grass. And tried to stomp on the brakes, and it just sent him sideways. And he parked there, I guess. Perhaps he had something to take care of. You know, this is a racing sim, not real life. Even though it is quite close to real life. But you do still have the distractions of real life around you. Even though these are S2 licensed racers in this Live for Speed. And reportedly they shouldn't have a life, but I digress. As we continue working lap number 4 now. Lally works out to about a 10-15 car length lead over Lazenby and Steinreiter. Sebastian Steinreiter from Austria, holding 3rd quite well so far in his XRG. Lazenby and Atkinson are in XFGs. XFGs are the smaller of the 2 cars, and they're slightly less powerful, but they can still run with each other quite well. The XRG is quite a bit difficult to control. XFG is a front-wheel drive. XRG is rear-wheel drive. XRG is the little brother of the XRT. XRT being turbo. There we see Jan Westerholm from Finland. Alongside, who is that? That is car number 19. I believe that is Tada Vasquez. And here he goes, and taking the place through there. And back up to the front, we see that nothing much has changed. Top lap 6 are spread out a little bit through the corner there. Alalawi set the fastest lap. I think that graphic was wrong because that was the previous fastest lap from Taylor. And coming down to turn number 5 again here. Working lap 5. Timo Hinian bringing up the back of this train of 6. Alalawi, Lazenby, Steinreiter, Atkinson, Taylor. Coming through Marlboro is the racer name for Lazenby. He goes wide through turn 7, allows Steinreiter and Atkinson to catch up. Atkinson comes down the inside of Steinreiter. Steinreiter gets it a little loose on the exit, but on the power a little too early, and there's a message, car number 42 timing out after on lap 5. There's a yellow flag out somewhere for reasons unknown yet. I'm sure we'll see a replay if it becomes important. You see Lazenby in front of Atkinson. Atkinson, of course, taking the place as Steinreiter got it a little wrong coming off of turn number 8 there. And Steinreiter actually lost to Taylor. He comes down to the inside of Taylor, but he goes loose, way loose, and Taylor pulls the switch over. Hinian tries to gain advantage, and there's a replay of probably why we hit the yellow flag, and that is Sam Winton, and he goes off and parks as if to retire. Now what's this? This is Rob Fenlon, and oh, whoa! Clips the turn 9 curves all wrong, rolls it, bang, bang. And he is lucky to land on the wheels. He was sliding over there. I think he actually might have had a brief instant of lag, which actually I think might have helped him land back on all 4 wheels there. No pit stops have been made so far in this race. In case anyone does have to make a stop, pit lane speed today, as always, 80 kilometers an hour or 48 miles per hour. Lazenby and Atkinson there, coming right past our curb cam as they come to get 4 laps remaining in this race. 4 to go now. Halfway through. The field storms past once again. Atkinson doing well to keep on Lazenby. Tires not that much of a concern over these 10 laps. Maybe a little bit if you abuse them, but all in all, these tires can go fairly a bit longer than 10 laps and still be good. As long as you take care of your tires, you should be good to go these entire distance. Lazenby on his way, storming down to turn number 5. Down to about 100 kilometers an hour through 5, then back up till you just tap on the brakes right there to get through turn 6, turn right, and then snap it back left, right over the curbs, and come out a little. You can use up all that extra concrete there to get a good run, finish up the hill, and then this downhill run, slam on the brakes. Ooh, Atkinson getting it a little sideways on the entry to turn 8 there. Taylor, and then Steinreiter, and ooh, we got Jeremy on the inside of Tadej Vasquez, and oh, Vasquez runs it wide. Might have been a little contact there, and Jeremy takes that place. Back up to the front then. Atkinson keeping fairly close on. Lazenby, Alalawi not pulling away that much. The cars that have to worry more about the tire wear are the slightly more powerful XRGs. The XFGs, front wheel drive, as mentioned. And what's that back there? Looks like Craig Taylor was... No, that's nothing there. Small move being put on. Craig Taylor still is ahead of Steinreiter. Down through turn 5 once again. Alawi about a 15 car length lead there. Lazenby, as Atkinson gets a better run, they're closing up the gap a little bit. Indeed, only about 3 car lengths there separating these 2 XFGs here in 2nd and 3rd place. Cameraman getting all wobbly there. As we now, and there's the cut to turn 1. Atkinson right up there, but outbrakes himself a little to lose that time that he had. And there's a slow car there for a Doherty. He gets off to the side there. See, Alawi, Lazenby, Atkinson, Taylor still close together. Giannis and Westerholm, 9th, 10th. Down under the bridge on this last but 1 lap. Very clean race so far. You know, we have had those couple of rollers, but in small contact, but no major schmozzles. And these races are short, designed to be about 25 minutes in length. This league designed to be kind of a first league experience. These newcomers recently bought their 24-pound Live for Speed S2 license, as Alawi, Lazenby, and Atkinson come off turn number 10, and to start the final lap, the bell lap, the money lap, whichever euphemism you want to use. And Atkinson gets a good run out of turn 10. He's right up on the bumper of the back bumper of Lazenby. Gonna try around to the outside, and no, he can't get there. Not close enough. Wrong positioning. He'll try to cross over to the inside, right on Lazenby's back bumper. He got that good run. He can get a straighter line out of the corner, out of the chicane for the final time. Lazenby, Atkinson getting a great run that time. Right in his slipstream, and he's going to pull out. There he goes. Going to be side by side down the back stretch for the final time. Lazenby, I'm sorry, will have the advantage in the slipstream, but now Atkinson has the slipstream advantage. Back to Lazenby is Alawi, but they're a little far back. There's a bit of contact back there with Lazenby almost. Atkinson, holy, so close, goes a little wide there, but slows down, holds him up a little bit, coming in turn 6. Lazenby got the good line into 6, Atkinson a little wide, but Atkinson's have a good line for 7. They touch again. Lazenby backs off, reset for a run, down probably into turn 8. Turn 8, your final really good chance for a run. Turn 9's a little too tight on the entry to get a good run. You just have to... Atkinson slides it wide. Lazenby to the inside. They dodge wheels. Lazenby slides, and he's gonna... No, he's... Yeah, it's off. Lazenby trying to make it capitalize on Atkinson's advantage in the final turn, but Alawi comes and wins the first round of the inaugural Live for Speed Beginners Cup, followed by Jack Atkinson, Darren Lazenby, Sebastian Steinreiter, Craig Taylor, and here's side by side for 6th. Timo Hinian gets it over Sandra Jeremy, Tada Vasquez coming in 8th, Jonathan Janish in 9th. And we see El Alawi's winning statistic there, 16 minutes and 4 seconds. And Jan Westerholm coming up in 10th. Here's a replay of this. Atkinson gets a little wide, pushing hard going in. Lazenby trying to get the run, but he pushes a little too hard and contacts him on the out. We see right on the inside, Atkinson, a little bit, there's contact there. Just good, hard racing from these two cars, as we see El Alawi on his cool-down lap. Great racing here in this first round of the Live for Speed Beginners Cup. And what's this? Sonder Jeremy has binned it, as it were, on the cooling down lap. I don't know how that happened. And there we see Vasquez, Janish, and Hinian back there, and here's our results. 3 seconds separating the top three who finish in the order they started. Jan Westholm about 30 seconds back. Fred Doherty 1 lap behind Sam Winton and Ivan Nikolov, both having retired from the race. As the field coming in to Park Ferme now. Hinian a little wide on the outside. There we see the Drivers' Championship. El Alawi on 32 points, Atkinson on 28, Losby on 26. El Alawi getting probably bonus point there for pole and fast lap. Sam Winton and Nikolov, no points from today, not finishing the minimum distance. Everyone will score a point if he scored at least 70% of the race laps completed. But as everyone's in Park Ferme, it's time for me to sign off. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. See you for round 2 at Fern Bay Rallycross.